G'day ladies and gentlemen, my name's Isaac Butterfield, and right now you can grab my beautiful book, Betterman, which is somewhere around here. Okay, I don't know where it is, because that's how quickly it's flying off the shelves. I can't even keep it in my own office, ladies and gentlemen, but it is on sale right now for Black Friday sales, 25% off. Go and grab it immediately. This video here today is going to really upset the very upsettable people of the world. You see, in Australia right now, there's a thing called a welcome to country. Now, I'm not sure if other countries do that, but here it is very much something everybody, when they hear it, sits back and goes, oh, here we go. If you don't know, Australia was settled by white people. Bad, bad people. Before that, Aboriginal people lived here, and they still do, obviously, but they lived here without the white people here. Now, what happened was the whiteys turned up and were pieces of shit, like they were all over the world, and like many other cultures were to many other cultures. Now, the way that we've decided as whiteys in Australia to stop feeling bad about that is we pay someone from an Aboriginal background to welcome us to their land at official events. Now, this might happen at a sporting event, a work conference. It also happens at Zoom meetings. It happens when a plane lands, when a bus takes off, at the start of podcasts, in magazines, on certain websites. Before you get on the website, it comes up with this thing about you're on this particular land, you filthy white prick, or words of that effect. Here's an example, the Melbourne Comedy Festival, one of the biggest comedy festivals in the world. You click on it, what comes up? Melbourne International Comedy Festival acknowledges the traditional custodians of the land upon which we work and live. We acknowledge the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people's spirit, imagination, and rich history of storytelling and humour that has inspired all Australians. Now, beautiful thing to say, but when you say it all the time, it loses all meaning. I've got no problem with welcome to countries being at events that are inherently Aboriginal or about Aboriginal culture, or at Uluru. If you don't know what Uluru is, it's a massive rock that's very important to Aboriginal people and to every person from Australia. It's a beautiful part of the world. But if you had a welcome to country there, that makes complete sense. If you had an Aboriginal sporting event, say the Koori Knockout here in Australia, it's a rugby league event, and I'm sure they do it there. Of course you would do it there. That makes complete sense. But when I land in a fucking plane after being sitting in cattle class with my knees up around my head, I don't need to be welcomed to the country. I was born here. This is my country. And what makes it worse is when they do it on things like planes or transport or whatever, and they read from a script and they don't care. There's no love there. You're just reading for the sake of reading. I'd like to pay respects to this and that and the other. It doesn't mean anything. In fact, if you're an Aboriginal person, you should look at that and go, fuck you. I don't need you to welcome people on my behalf. Fuck off. And it's so commonplace now that people actively ignore it. That's not good either. Aboriginal people in this country have an amazing history, a history that I feel closer to being a white person, even though my ancestors back in the day are from England and Ireland and Scotland. I feel closer to the story here than the story there because everyone I've ever known that's a part of my family was born fucking here. I love that part of our culture here in this country. And I know people will be like, oh, of course Isaac Butterfield hates welcome to countries. Look at this. He made Aboriginal jokes and all this shit. Mate, there is a huge difference between a joke a comedian makes and their real thoughts. You fucking idiot. And if you can't see that, you're a dumb sorry. So why am I bringing all this up? Well, a surf club in Australia has been charged $2,000 to pay for, this is for a fundraising event, to pay for welcome to country ceremonies. This seems wrong. This seems mad. Surely there's more to the story. Let's have a look. But on top of that, it also seems that welcome to countries are a very lucrative business. I wonder if I can get into it. A surf club was told it would have to pay $2,000 to an Aboriginal corporation for the rights to hold surf events and a fundraising swim at a public beach. Why are we asking permission to fucking do anything at a public beach? The Yamba Surf Club on New South Wales' far north coast had made a request with the Yaegal Traditional Owners Aboriginal Corporation to use the town's main beach to hold 4 events, including a Nippers Carnival, which is little kids doing swim events, and fundraising ocean swim over summer. Why do they have to ask traditional owners, of which these people, I imagine, are like, 40 years old, some of them, 50 years old, some of them? You don't own shit, mate. Well, that's just a fucking surf carnival, all right? For starters, it's a little surf carnival to raise money for the community. It's not a fucking giant festival, right, where all these corporations are involved. It's a little fundraiser. The club was told it would have to pay $500 service fee for each of these events for the corporation to perform Welcome to Country ceremonies. That's pretty expensive for a 1-minute speech. Okay, so the $2,000 was over 4 different events. So they had to have a Welcome to Country. You couldn't just have one on the first day. You had to have one at every single event. Why? Fuck knows. Surf Club members had made the request after the Yaegal people were granted native title, and native title is a whole other thing about Aboriginal groups having a ownership of parts of the land because their ancestors lived there. And there's an argument for that being, a lovely thing. And that's not what this video is about. This video is about Welcome to Countries and how they have been massively overplayed and there's no love or care about them anymore. We should be, and here's another thought, we should look at the Welcome to Country as a very emotional and powerful speech that we as Australians sit back and go, yes, they are our people too. And we love this part of our history. But no, all it is now, because it's overplayed so much, is it's just white people sitting there going, yes, I know, sorry, feel bad for yourself, etc., then move on with your day. It shouldn't be like that. I understand if this was a sacred place, but this is a beach that everyone uses. No one owns that shit. Yaegal Traditional Owners Corp General Manager Bill Walker said it was a misunderstanding to blame. Okay. He told the Daily Telegraph the request should have come from the local council or state government and the fee charged to them, not the surf club. He's still charging people though. It still seems weird. It's still tax dollars coming through. Anyway, it's a confusing process. This is from old mate, with a lot of negative shit from people who don't understand the Welcome to Country. I think we understand it. I think we don't understand why it has to be said in front of every shit we do. We don't do it as a living. We do it as a cultural activity with a fee for the service that brings in income just like any other organisation. Again, there's nothing wrong with the Welcome to Country itself. It's just that it's overplayed. It's everywhere. It's constant. Unless the beach is a burial ground or a sacred site. Why are we welcoming people who were born in this country, who've lived there their entire lives, to their home? Why? If it's a government agency that does it, we do charge because there's a legitimate act, but we're not going to charge the surf club. That's great. Awesome. But we as taxpayers are still paying $500 for someone to do a 1-minute speech that's unnecessary, in my opinion. In more important news, ladies and gentlemen, something we can all get behind, abrosexuals. Listen up, lend me your ears. Abrosexual people are sharing what their sexuality means. In a world of many different sexualities, we now have abrosexuals. Wonderful. The incredible social media tool TikTok has brought us this, a brand new sexuality. I'm very, very excited. So what is an abrosexual? Many users have taken to platforms like TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit to express what it means to be abrosexual, creating a wave of awareness. I fucking hate awareness. I'm sick of hearing about awareness. We need to be more aware. Are you aware? Let's be aware. Fuck off. We're aware of too many things. That has prompted a lot of curiosity and discussion. Okay. The term abrosexual describes a sexuality in which an individual's experience of attraction can shift over time. That means you're bisexual. You don't need another term for it. Why are you running around desperate for different terms? You don't need all these fucking terms. Just get up in the morning, have your coffee, and do something with your life instead of worrying about what fucking abrosexual is. You're not abrosexual, you're bisexual. Shut up. And there's nothing wrong with that. Be attracted to whoever you're attracted to, but don't carry on like it's your entire personality. That's just fucking strange. As Healthline explains, an abrosexual person might feel attracted to a specific gender at one point, only to experience attraction differently at a later time, or even feel little to no attraction at all. Is this your hobby? If you've got the hots for blokes, wonderful. If you've got the hots for chicks, wonderful. If you've got the hots for blokes in the morning and chicks at night, wonderful. No one gives a shit. No one. Zero people care. You may say that I care, but I just care because it's fucking painful. This fluidity, which is a fucking painful word, sets abrosexuality, which is also another painful word, apart from other sexual orientations which typically remain more stable over time. Do we need a graph to understand abrosexuality? Do you need to wear a whoop strap to work out how abrosexual you are? Abracadabra. I love fucking blokes right now. But in 10 minutes, I'm looking for puss. Healthline clarifies, thanks fucking Healthline, that abrosexuality isn't just about changing your mind or choosing new labels. Instead, it reflects genuine changes in the intensity and direction of one's attractions. Zero people care. Zero people. And this is the end of the video, okay? Abrosexual, cut it out. Come and see me live, ladies and gentlemen, all over Australia. And grab my book, 25% off. Holy shit, that's fucking insane. All right, hope you enjoyed the video. Be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. Me dick stinks. Toodaloo au revoir. Bye-bye.